Today was the final day of the two-day festivities to Dia de los Muertos, also known as Day of the Dead. Many people around the city were out celebrating tonight. 23 ABC's Leslie Marine is in studio with how some families remembered the dead. Leslie?
Amanda, there were different festivals celebrating the Day of the Dead, but it was the Bakersfield Museum of the Arts that really brought back the spirits of those who have passed away. Prayers and candles filled the garden of the Bakersfield Museum of Arts today to celebrate the Day of the Dead.
In the tradition of Day of the Dead, where the spirits of those loved ones who passed come back to the earth for one day to celebrate with all their families.
It's also a time for 35 local families to remember those close to them that have passed away.
I put John Wayne because that was his favorite movie.
My grandma, my uncle Pete. I also have my uncle who recently passed in May.
Brianna Rivera was one of those families, spending nearly 3 hours setting up an altar to commemorate people that have passed in her family, including her uncle.
So I just wanted to make sure I had a good memory of him.
Many of the displays were adorned with pictures of the family members, along with different mementos that explained who the dead were.
I put this when he was in Germany.
Although the Day of the Dead descends from the Latin culture, today's celebration brought in people from all over, like Patty Smith, who wanted to remember her father, who had unexpectedly died a few years ago.
We got to tell his story, and people wanted to know about it, and it's cathartic. And you know, everybody's got that story. Everyone's got someone who has passed.
And while hundreds of people learned about complete strangers that they will never meet, they also benefited some who are still alive.
The mission goes to support our arts and education programs, which we really pride ourselves here at the Bakersfield Museum of Art. So everybody that comes in, you are actually helping the museum out.
The Bakersfield Museum of the Arts say they allow families to register for displays about a month prior to the event and do it every year. In studio, Leslie Marine, 23 ABC. Amanda.